What up, what up, what up? Your boy Too Easy. Welcome to another edition of Too Easy Delivers. Welcome back from any viewers. Welcome to the channel. Okay, today is like Tuesday, June 16th, I think. And we, as you can see, we rented a Tesla using the Uber app. Finally, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, probably close to a year. And I finally said, you know what? Let me just do it just so I can see what happens. Make a YouTube video out of it. So this video is going to just explain how it works. If you're thinking about renting a Tesla, how much I pay for the Tesla, how much I pay for the charging, what I think about it, the whole process of actually getting, doing the Tesla, renting the Tesla through the Uber app. I'm gonna go through all those steps. If you want to see how much I made using this car, stay tuned for the next video. That's gonna be in the next video. I'm gonna save it for that. But for this video, it's just gonna be all about how I rented the Tesla, how it worked, how much I paid, how much I paid for charging, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Was it worth it? Was it not worth it? Guys, thank you guys for joining along in this Tesla journey. Finally, love doing this video. Now with that being said, let's get straight to the action. Let's do it. All right, so these are the steps on how to rent a Tesla using the Uber app. So you basically go to your main menu and then you go to account. After account, you go to vehicles. After vehicles, you're gonna see your car, which I have my thumb over it. But on top, the Tesla Model 3 is already gonna appear automatically. But you have to go to view rent options. So go to press view rent options. Once you press it, it's gonna ask you to verify your location. So you just click on the Hertz, and then it's going to say $325 per week, $280 per week after 7 weeks. Click on it. Starting today, 11.6 miles. And if you do it late, it's gonna say available starting tomorrow if you do it too late. So you scroll down, it says $325, $200 deposit, and then the taxes and fees is where they get you calculated after reserving. And then you get a $40 credit to go to the rental location, which I'm going to explain to you guys a little bit later. So let's just go through the bullet points on how to unlock the $280 per week after 7 weeks. If you meet the minimum requirements outlined below, you unlock a weekly price of $280, excluding taxes and fees. Rent with Hertz for 7 consecutive weeks and remain on rent continuously thereafter. Drive an average of 30 trips per week for Uber in your Hertz rental, so that is the key. You have to drive at least 30 trips per week. And if you do this full time, it shouldn't be an issue. Pay all weekly extensions on time, stay current on maintenance requests, and keep the vehicle damage free. Stay within the limits of our mileage conditions. I'm gonna go straight to the mileage conditions right here. So the mileage conditions, it says below. Hertz defines their mileage conditions such that for each week, if you drive 30 trips, you do not exceed 1,200 miles. If you drive 50 trips, you do not exceed 2,000 miles. And if you drive 100 trips, you do not exceed 4,000 miles. So let's say you do 40 trips. I do not know, it does not say here in the terms and conditions what happens if you do like 40 trips. Can you go up to 2,000 miles? I'm not sure. Just take that at face value. 30 trips, you can't go more than 1,200. 50 trips, you can't go more than 2,000. 100 trips, you can't go more than 4,000 miles. Honestly, you don't really have to read anything else over here. This is just much of mumbo jumbo stuff. You're gonna get a 2022 or a 2021 Tesla. The car that I have right now is a 2022, I believe. So once you read everything and you still want to do it, go all the way down, click reserve. And then you pick whatever date you want. Let's say you want to pick today. It doesn't let me. Yeah, it does. You pick whatever option there is. The nearest Hertz available to you, it should be the first one here. So you just click on the first one. You click whatever time you want. It's the next available time is 11 o'clock in the morning. It is 10:47 in the morning right now. Just a word of advice, guys. I picked a reserve time for 3 o'clock, right? And I got there at 2 o'clock. It took me 1.5 hours, or 1 hour and like 20 minutes. So I got there at 2. I signed in. I think I have a video about me signing in. You know what? I do. I don't have a video, but I did take a picture. So you go inside the place, right? And then you scan this picture that I'm gonna put on the screen, a QR code, and then after you go to that QR code, it's going to take you to a link to where you sign in, and it tells you the reason that you're visiting. So you just put pick up car. You put pick up car, and it says, oh, thank you, they'll call you. So then you're basically in the line. And I took a picture, I'm gonna put on the screen as well, of all the people that were there waiting in line. So I'm warning you guys right now that it is gonna be packed, guys. It's gonna be packed with people. It was packed when I was there. It was crazy. So just be warned that once you get there, you're gonna have to wait at least an hour unless you're lucky and the place that you are going to is not packed at all, is almost empty. But I already told you guys, I've been telling you guys over the years that the Miami, Florida market is very, very oversaturated with people. So people are doing this for it's this crazy amount of drivers are doing it. So it was super, super packed. Bunch of Uber drivers just renting cars. And that's pretty much how it is. I'm actually gonna cut this off, send you a quick video of when I was there to rent the car. I recorded basically all the Teslas that were out there in the yacht. So I'm gonna cut to that video and then we will be back. All right, so I'm here at the rental place and look at my car, the tracks, and look at all the Teslas that are here. So I am here. All right, we're back. I just wanted to show you really, really quick all the amount of Teslas that were there in that rental place. So once you pick the time, let's say I pick 2 o'clock. You put 2 o'clock and you put continue. Continue. This is the price. $325. $25 in taxes, $34.23 in fees. Ends up being $384. $200 deposit, $70 in optional weekly insurance. Save on gas. Let me show you the receipt. So this receipt is probably what you guys all have been waiting for. And I am going to, at the end of this video, once I return the car, I'm going to show you guys the final pay or the final charge. But for now, I am going to pay $396.06. So where did that come from? So it says $325 here, right here, the $25 right here, $10.01, and then $14.14. That adds up to 4 if you do basic math, 4.15. So $25. And then the taxes right here, other fees, it says $34. This one says $25. So it's actually cheaper. Now they got me on this. I kind of regret getting this, $21. It says roadside assistance. And I told them, why do I need roadside assistance? I have it in my own insurance, my personal. He said, yeah, but that's a personal insurance. This is and I said, man, you know what? I should have just said no, because if anything does happen, I do regret it, but the guy was right. It is a personal car. It's not a commercial car. So when you're doing Uber, you can't really use your personal insurance, guys. So I guess it makes sense. So you know what? Let me not fight that. So I ended up paying $396. But if you do not want to pay the $21, you just subtract $21. $396.06 minus 21. You will be paying $375 instead of the $384. So that's pretty much how much I paid. And I'm going to show you guys, I've been tracking how much I'm paying on charging, and I'll tell you guys that right now. So after you do that, you just click reserve now, and then it says, okay, thank you. And then it'll take you to an email, which I'll show you the email now. So after you reserve the car, it's going to tell you your Hertz reservation confirmation is whatever. Please visit, and then I blocked out this link in case this video comes out and someone tries to go on the link and try to manipulate it and then they charge me or whatever. So just, just to be on the safe side, I blocked it out. It says and then you have to click on that link if you want to make any modifications. This text in the bottom, it has been 6 days later, and it says, keep your rental and we'll auto extend you 1 week or return by 6/12/24. Must meet 30 trip weekly minimum and have $482 in your account. The 482, it is actually pretty accurate. I'm going to tell you guys why, but later. So this email you will not get for a while. Something's wrong with the Uber emailing system where it takes a few hours for you to get this email. But you're going to get this email that says, thank you for renting with Hertz. Our EV charging policy, return your EV at the same charge level as pickup and pay $0. I took a picture of how much the charge was when I got the car. It was like at 74%, so I'm gonna have to charge it to 74 before I return it. So, but you could return it at the same level and pay $0, or return it at any level for the $35 recharge fee. So don't do that, because it's not gonna cost you $15 or $35 to charge the whole thing. So don't do that. It says, oh, TNC Tesla Model 3 or similar. That's the car I'm gonna get. Documents you'll need to bring: driver's license, credit card. Okay, one thing about the driver's license and credit card, I tried to give them my Robinhood card, and then because on my Robinhood card, I only have a certain amount of money. I don't put more than like $100, for example, because in case somebody, some fraud happens and then they try to charge me an arm and a leg, it'll auto decline. So I have it there for safety reasons. And I gave them my Robinhood card. They said, oh, we don't do Robinhood because it's a third party. I'm like, yo, this ain't a third party. It's like working with Chase. And he's like, oh no, we don't do it. I'm not sure why they do that, man, to be honest. I'm guessing it's so they don't have any problems like trying to charge you, because if you give them a credit card, they might be able to charge you easier, and then you're gonna have to do a chargeback, and some customers probably don't even bother. They're like, whatever, who knows. But they probably know that with Robinhood it's hard to charge you because it's easy. With Robinhood it's so easy, man, to put money in and out of your spending account, because you have a spending account and then you have a brokerage account, which that's the money that you use for investing. So all my money is in my investing account. I only use my spending account, and it's everything on the same app. So I recommend you guys get Robinhood if you want to get your finances straight and you want to start investing. I have my spending account, and I have a debit card for that, but they told me I couldn't use it. I'm like, whatever. So I used a credit card. I'm a little bit scared because I've heard horror stories of people getting triple charged. I have not gotten charged yet. It's been 6 days. I've only gotten charged the $396. I haven't gotten anything, but I have heard that they've been charged more like a month later, so we'll see. Okay, so I know a lot of people are gonna have questions about this, and this part I don't think I explained it clearly, but exactly what I said. Hertz charged me $396 right off the bat, right when I got there. So it wasn't the $200 refundable deposit that they were saying in the app. They literally just charged me $396, and that is it. And one more thing, you could use a credit card or a debit card. The only reason why they didn't accept my debit card is because it's from Robinhood. But if you have like a Chase debit card, Wells Fargo debit card, Bank of America debit card, you will be able to reserve the Tesla or any other car, not just a Tesla, but it needs to have the funds. You can't give them a card and then they're going to charge you $200. No, you need to have the $396 or whatever the rent is going to cost, whether you rent a Tesla or any other car. You're going to need that money in the bank that same day. So it's not like they're going to charge you later. No, they're going to charge you right there and then. It says here $325, Uber 2024 driver program, official travel contract rate applied. Included unlimited miles. Unlimited miles included. That's what it says. So we already went over all this, $384, and that is it. So in the same email, once you scroll all the way down, it says here, look, need a ride to pick up your Hertz vehicle rental? Click here to redeem your Uber ride credits. This is what you're going to need to click on to be able to get the $40 voucher to be able to get your pickup. So they actually pay you $40 to go get the car. So you don't have to pay a dime. Okay, so once you make the reservations, you're going to get a voucher probably on the same day. A few hours before you have to go get your ride. And it says here, Solutions Rental Voucher 28, $40 voucher has been added to your account. Your voucher will be live between April 23rd till June 23 and will automatically be applied to your next eligible ride. So what you do is that once you get that email, you click check wallet. And then once you hit check wallet, you're going to get this notification that says, oh, this voucher has already been added to your account. It'll automatically be applied to trips that meet voucher requirements. Vehicle Solution Rental Voucher 28 to $40. Uber Technologies Inc. 67 cents remaining because I already used most of the voucher. So I only have 67 cents left. So pretty much you have to look down. You can't search. You can't search for it. So you're just going to have to look down on the address that you're gonna go to. Mine was and it's sorted by the number. So the number is like the first one. So the first address is number 105. You see, 101, 102. You know, so you have to go. For me, it was 2351. My fault. It was actually 2751. So right here, look. I click on the Miami. Click. You gotta just click on it. Right here on the right. And then it takes you automatically. Wow, no rides available. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. So once you click on the address, it's gonna choose the ride for you automatically. So it's gonna choose the ride for you. It says $30. Look, there's a 25% flash promotion apply. I don't know why. But I recommend, guys, if you're gonna do this, to choose the most expensive one, Comfort. I chose Comfort because Uber's gonna pay for it, and they're actually gonna pay for the tip. I'll show you guys that now. They'll cover the tip. So once you choose it, you click on it and then choose Comfort, and then that's it. So once you do it, you choose it and you wait for your driver. And then I dropped off the driver. This is what I saw. I dropped off the driver. It says I cover her face for security purposes. Add a tip. Your trip was what? I don't know why I blocked that, but I blocked it. Add a tip. I put 25%. You know why? Because look, it says your voucher will cover this tip. So 25%. I was like, bro, I'm gonna give her the max. 25%. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how much I paid in charging, but first, let me tell you guys the controls right here. What I don't like about this car is that you have to press this button all the way down here. This button right here, just to turn on the, first is off, the windshield wipers. You turn it off, but you have to either put it on auto, or maybe on 1, or on 2, or on 3. And I don't like it because let's say you're driving, and then this dashboard is like that. You're driving, oh my gosh, it's raining. You have to basically, and then at first I was putting it like this for a while, but you can't do it. You can't do it from here. Or maybe you could, but I just don't know how. You have to use the touchscreen, press this, and then, so you have to basically, you can't do it quick. You have to press this button. What if you press it here by mistake? I don't know. And then you have to press this button. But what if you press another button by mistake? You have to be careful. Like, if you're like an older person that can't really navigate too much, it's gonna be hard while you're driving. You're like, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm sure maybe with an update you could probably do it with here, or with this. Look, actually, so you could. So with this button, you could do it. So you press this button here, and then this pops up, and then you could pretty much use the bubble here. So you press it, and then you put this to go up or down. You could do it like that. I guess it makes sense. One of the best features of this car, of this Tesla car, is the ability to keep the AC on. You could keep it at 78. You could, leave it there, put it to the side, the vent. You could keep it at 78 while you're waiting for order. So I'm here on my Joe Easy tray. Go buy it now on the Joe Easy store. There on the link in the below on my storefront, Amazon storefront. It actually fits a Tesla. I didn't know. So this is good marketing. It fits a Tesla, guys. So you're here waiting. You're either watching Netflix or doing something else. Watching Netflix on the iPad or something. And you're waiting for orders. And it's 90 degrees. Right now, it's raining, so it's not hot, but it's been super hot the last few days. But I've had the AC on the car has been on the whole day pretty much, and the gas or the charging, it hasn't been as bad. At first it took some time. I will tell you guys now, it took some time I was charging it a lot in the beginning, but then I ended up charging it all the way to its max, because when I first got this car, the charging limit here was at 80, so I was always charging to 80, but I didn't know I could move it to 100, so I started charging it to 100%, and I've only had to charge it once a day now in the last few days. And I have been keeping track on how much I have paid. So the $84 that you see there, add that to the $396 that I paid for the weekly fee, and that's how much they're gonna charge me if I decide to keep the car for another week. It says keep your car and we'll auto extend you, so I don't have to go back to the rental place. They're gonna charge me $396 plus $84, which is the charging that I have been charged so far, $480 plus or minus $2. So they're gonna charge me $482 to keep it for another week. So I paid $84, and I'm gonna put on the screen the miles that I started the car with. I started with 514 miles. 58,514 miles. The odometer right now, I'm at 59,391 miles. So if you subtract 59,391 minus 58,514 miles, we have driven 877 miles. So just let's put this here just so I could remember it. So 877. So if you divide $84.86 divided by 877 miles, which is the amount of miles that I have driven so far. Okay, actually it was at 11 cents per mile, but right now it's at 9 cents per mile. So I have paid 9 cents per mile. So I am saving a little bit more money in charging. Because look, this is how much I've been on my regular car. I did it for a few weeks where I was calculating how much I'm spending per mile in gas. And I was spending on average like 13, 14 cents per mile. Look here, 14 cents, 13 cents, 13 cents, 12 cents, 14 cents, 12 cents, 13 cents, 13 cents. So if you kind of calculate how much you're saving, 14 cents minus 9 cents in charging, it is not that bad. But it is still really not, it's not really saving that much money, to be honest. Because if you do 0.09, no, let's do 0.14 minus 0.09. So I'm saving pretty much 5 cents per mile. And if you multiply it by the amount of miles that we drove, so 5 cents times 877, we basically saved 43 bucks in the amount of time. And probably, like, let's say 5 days, because I'm turning in this car a day early so that I could do these videos, these YouTube videos, to be able to have time, because I don't want them to charge my card. So I'm going to just do it a day early and then turn it in a day early, if not first thing in the morning the next day, so they don't charge me. So I pretty much saved $43 in gas, and that is not bad. I mean, it's not the best. I mean, it's not worth the $400 that you have to pay for it, but I'm just giving you guys pros and cons of renting a Tesla for anyone that is watching this video and wants to rent a Tesla, or at least try it out. One of the main advantages that I like about it, which I started talking about it, but I stopped, I steered away. Having the car on while you're waiting for orders. Oh my goodness. The last few weeks, I was super tired from the heat, this Miami heat weather. I was drained, and I had to go home early a few times because I was so drained and tired because it was so hot, waiting for orders in the hot sun. Even under a garage, it was super hot and I was sweating. So even under a garage is kind of a little bit unbearable. But with this Tesla, you could have the car on literally the whole day. So I had this car on the whole day, and it pretty much wasted. That's why I started talking about this, and then I steered away and started talking about how much it costs, because I just wanted to show you guys how much I paid in charging, considering that I had this car on literally when I was waiting for orders the whole day, for 5 days straight. And it's not that bad. This is the best feature. You're in the car, it's super hot, but you can have the AC on at 68. I was wasting a little bit more battery in the beginning, I realized, and then I started putting it at 70. I put at 70, and 70 is not that bad. I mean, you could leave it at 68 too. You probably it won't make much of a difference. But you could pretty much leave the car on all day. It's like turning on a computer. You just open it and it works. The same thing happens with this. So before I get with you guys on what I don't like about, because this thing is very low, but I'll tell you guys why now. Let me show you my setup real quick. First, let's open up the trunk real quick. So to open up the trunk, you have a button here, and it just opens. It opens, and then I pretty much have my tripod, which I'm gonna use now, and then my DoorDash bag, and then my pizza bag. That's pretty much, and I have some water. Guys, I had to get this because this thing was infected with roaches when I first got it, and I didn't notice until like the day after that there was a cockroach, and I was like, it was one cockroach. And then I saw a second one. After I saw the second one somewhere, I'm like, okay, this car has roaches. And then I put this the first night, I put a bunch all over the car, and then I closed it for a few seconds, or like a minute. I opened it, and then you saw like a baby cockroach there, and then you saw like another one. Oh my goodness, guys, it was the worst thing that I hated it. So I had to put it for a few days, this, and then I think it's gone now, or they're dead somewhere. But it was terrible. So these are one of the cons of actually getting a rented car, because you might get a bunch of this. I had to wash the car. That's another thing. But I don't want to be washing this car way too much, because it's not my car at the end of the day. It's not my car. So I did put some spray, but it's like, I don't want to treat it like my baby, because this is not my baby. This is just another car, you know. So we're gonna go to the other side, and I'm gonna show you my cooler where I have my water. So you open it here, and then I have my cooler here of water. Well, right now it's empty, but of water. One of the things that I kind of expected was a lot of passengers didn't know how to open this door, because it's kind of weird. I had to even learn a little bit. So you pretty much have to press this, and then some people are probably like, how do you do this? So you open it, but how you have to open it is pretty much press it and then open it like that. So I had to explain to a few passengers how that works. So if you do rent a Tesla, just be warned that that's gonna happen. And I have my hand sanitizer there, and that is it. Lastly, to close the door, to close the trunk, I was just pushing it down a lot of times. At first, I was like, oh snap, I'm like, oh, I don't want to break it. You have to pretty much press this button to close it. This button right here. Press this button, and that's it. Now you guys already know that we, you know, for food delivery drivers, passengers, for if you're doing just Uber, then it doesn't really matter that much. But if you're doing Uber Eats, and if you want to add in DoorDash and all that, like food delivery, you're gonna have to get up and out of the car a bunch of times. And this car is so low. I'm gonna show you guys right now what I don't like about getting in this car. It's too low, and I'm a short dude, so imagine for a tall guy. So these are one of the cons of getting into a Tesla. I mean, in my car, I honestly miss my car a lot of times because of this. I also miss my car too, I'm not gonna lie. Teslas are amazing, I love it. And I'm gonna get, if I do get a Tesla, it's gonna be a Model Y, not the car one. Or it's gonna be a Rivian, which, should I show you guys? I would like to get a Rivian R1S, if you guys know about electric cars. That would be the ideal car to do deliveries, or, you know, if you could afford an RS1 or R1S, maybe you have enough money that you don't have to be doing deliveries, you know. But I mean, I would like to, I see myself being a delivery driver, content creator for a good amount of years. So if I'm gonna be a content creator for delivery driving, I'm gonna have to, I don't have to, but I should invest in a vehicle that is going to last longer, you know? So look, I have to do this, look. So I have to put my hand right here because it's so tiny. And I have to like, go like that. I mean, obviously this tray is in the way, but even getting out, going like this, and then getting out, I have to like, well, let me move this. So I get out, and then I have to do this, and then I have to hold the wheel like if I'm disabled. So I have to go down. I guess that's not bad, but then going out, you know, I mean, on camera it probably doesn't seem that bad, but going, you know, leaving and coming down the car a million times is not that ideal. And I'm gonna show you guys right now that this car has a sensor broken, because when you close the car, it's supposed to stay on, but it does not. So let's get in the car real quick. Get in the car, close it, and it turns off. It's not supposed to turn off like that. The only way to turn it on is to put my foot in the gas, which that's annoying. That's been happening for a while, and that is pretty much it. It's a very low car. I mean, nothing to complain about. But so I am going to show you guys right now how to charge the Tesla. I'm going to show you guys how to charge it. And I forgot to tell you about this thing right here. This is where I have my phone to do orders, and that is it. So look, I'm driving now, and then I guess I could use the button, and then the button makes it work, but you have to wait. You have to do it quick. So now it's on the 1. I guess it's not as bad as I thought. So we're gonna go to the charger. Oh, let me show you real quick. If you want to look at your nearest charger, it may not show up. You just press it and then you go to charge, and then this pops up. So you have to, I keep forgetting to mention a bunch of things, but a Tesla is only worth it if there's a charger around you. Like right here, I'm on this Tesla here, but there's another one there. How do I move this to the side? You can't. There's another one there. So there's one all the way. Oh, I didn't know about this one down here. So there's one here, there's one there, and there's one here, and then there's one up there too. So if you have, for me to be able to make this worth it, I have to be around this area all the time, unless there's something up here. Maybe those downtown ones. Is there one in the beach? Yeah, there's one in the beach, but there was a passenger that told me that they had to pay to go inside the garage to use the charger. So you have to pay for parking and for the charging. So it was not, that's not good. Idle times, price per kilowatt hour. Look, prepaid prior to entry, it says you have to pay. Like, come on, who's gonna pay for that? That's pretty much it. So you live in an area where there's no charging stations, and maybe it's not such a good idea to get a Tesla or any electric car. But let's go to the charger real quick so I can show you how to charge. Let me actually show you how the reverse works in this car. So you reverse like this, and then you back park. Every Tesla has the charging station on the same side, so it's going to say stop. I don't think this is that accurate, to be honest. So you open this, look, you click on the car, you click on it somehow, come on, and then you click on, I keep saying click, you press opening, and it's supposed to open the port. Oh, another thing, look, you have to press a button to open, and then get out, and then right here you just open it, you put it in the port, and then that's it. It starts charging. You don't have to worry about paying for it because they're gonna charge you. Hertz is gonna charge you later. So you see this here. What was that? Oh, and then it's charging right here, 300 and 400 a mile. And I'm actually gonna charge it up until like 85% because I have to take it to the Hertz place at 74%. And that's it. You just wait. You could, oh, one more thing. Yes, while it's charging. I thought that I was gonna be able to watch Netflix. What? I could watch Netflix here now? It wasn't like this before. This was not like this before. It said I had to be connected and I needed premium to be able to get on Netflix. But now, for some reason, it's working. I don't know why. All right, so now it's stuck on the loading. All right, so that didn't work. I don't know. It was like frozen. Yeah, I guess it doesn't work. I thought it did. This is probably gonna go all the way to the end and then not work. But pretty much, if you have your own Tesla, you could. Oh, you could do TikTok too? Yeah, that's crazy. Tesla tutorials. I think it's kind of slow, I'm not gonna lie. So Hulu, YouTube, Twitch, and that's it. What else do you have here? You have an arcade. I didn't play any of this stuff. Does it even work? Let's see if it works. So this is the first time I play this, to be honest. So it's loading. Beach Buggy Racing 2. Hey, this is actually pretty cool. Let's play this real quick. Model 3. Continue. Chill. Yeah, chill. And then, you know what? Let's play a game while we're here. Let's see what happens. Try steering with, couldn't read it. Oh, okay. So you just use the steering wheel. And then that's it. That's pretty much how the game is. And you have other games too. I think I saw another guy play solitaire, so you can play solitaire if you'd like. Have you guys ever played solitaire? Oh man, I forgot how this works. I haven't played solitaire in decades. That's how you open the front car. That's how you open the trunk. Let me actually show you the front. So if I press open, front, it's open. Okay. So I open it here, and this is pretty much the front. And I was putting food delivery orders here at first, but then there was an order that was too high, so I couldn't anymore. But this would be a nice place to put like your food delivery orders. Obviously, you also have to clean this. It's not that clean, and I didn't want to clean it because I'm like, bro, it's not my car. I'm not gonna be cleaning this whole car for them. So that's pretty much the front. And then you go here, open. When you get back inside, I have to always hold on to this because it's such a low car. All right, so while I'm here waiting for it to charge, I'm here watching my Netflix, my show Resident, on my handy dandy tray here, the Joeezy tray. So I just watch Netflix, I'm waiting, and that's it. Okay, I need to show you something else because I feel like I'm gonna forget. So I was calculating, after you charge, you have to, it tells you how many miles you have, right? So right now it says 79%, but it says 204 miles. And you would think, even though if you kind of know a little bit about electric cars, you know that's not accurate all the time. But I decided, let me calculate how wrong this actually is on one trip. So what I did, I went to trips, and then I would reset the trip every time I would charge. So I'm gonna show you guys on the screen. I took screenshots. I charged once, and then it told me I was at 258 miles. And then you see there it says 0. All right. Okay, so a few hours later, I checked again, and it says that I'm at 152. So from 258 to 152, I should have driven 106 miles, but I only drove 82 miles, if you can see down there where I have it circled. So I should have driven 106, but I had 86 instead. And then I measured it again a few hours later. It was probably the next day. It says 50 miles. So from 50 miles, I should have driven 208 miles, but I really drove 170 miles. So there was a 38 mile difference that I lost from, you know, from battery degradation. And also, like I told you earlier, I always had the AC on when I was in the car waiting for orders, which I'm gonna keep emphasizing. This is the best feature of having an electric car. Look, when it's raining, I don't have to put the window open and burn in the heat with the AC off. With the, you know, if I have a gas car and it's raining, I have to put the windows up so water doesn't come in the windows, and then the car's off, and then everything gets all foggy and smoky, and then it's like you're like, you can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? So with a Tesla, it could be 100 degrees or it could be raining, and you could be in the car waiting and it's still cold, and you're good. And you're good. That's probably the best feature from having a Tesla. Now, I will tell you in the end, you know, about what I think and all that stuff, but I just want to give you guys that little detail right there. And I also wanted to explain about the mileage, that just because it says 204 miles doesn't mean that you're gonna get 204. You're gonna get a lot less. All right, ladies and gentlemen, admitted to be in this video, thank you for watching. All right, this is how much I got charged. Well, no, this is the final bill of the Hertz right here. $486.30. It was a $95 charge for the Tesla rebuild, $95. But I really got charged. I just looked at my bank account and I got charged $91 for charging. So instead of 95, I got charged 91. So I got charged 396 plus 91 in a separate charge. So I really got charged $487 in total. And pretty much it was accurate, guys. I'm gonna show you here on the screen. I ended up paying $93.54, but where they got this $95, this variance from $93 to $95 is, I did pay like $1.77 or something like that when I went, because I had to go home real quick, and then before I went to take it to the dealer or to the rental place, I went to charge it one more time just so that by the time I get to the rental place, it's at minimum 74%. I left it there at 78%, so they got an extra some juice out of me. But that is it, guys. They have not charged me anything yet. If that story changes and I see that they charge me something else, I will let you guys know in future videos. But from what I'm seeing right now, the horror stories that I've been reading on Reddit and everything else, and on all these places, I have not gotten charged. And that is it, guys. I do not think that this, okay, the last question, do I think that renting a car is worth it? Renting a car is not worth it unless you have no other choice. You don't have a car and you need to make money now, or if your car is in the, you know, being rented out. But if you do end up needing to rent a car because your car was stranded, it's being repaired, or you don't have a car, I recommend anything else that is not a Tesla. Teslas are $325, even though the other cars are still crazy expensive. They're like, you know what, let's check actually. So look, I'm gonna put here on the screen the other options that you have. So you have a $260 option with Avis, $325 with the Hertz, Buggy, which is another $243 a week, Hertz $275 for a regular car. So from $275 to $325, you're pretty much saving $50. So $50 is the difference that you're gonna be paying a regular car versus a Tesla. So I would recommend, if you're gonna rent a car and you want to ride in style, and you do get options which I'm gonna mention on my next video, that you could do comfort rides, premier rides, more rides. It opens up the opportunity to do more rides with a Tesla, and you get to ride a Tesla. You know, that's cool, the cool factor, and it's an electric car. But if you want to save the $50, honestly, it's not worth this saving $50. You might as well just upgrade to the Tesla, or if you don't have $50 to spare, then get the cheaper car. But you're gonna be, and remember, you're gonna be paying more in gas. How much more? Not even that much more, but you'll still be paying more. So honestly, this $50, this is literally what I saved and by using charging versus gas. I saved 50 bucks. So the $50 that you're going to be saving by getting a cheaper car, you're going to be spending on gas. So that's pretty much how that is. That's pretty much what I think about that. If you divide 396, which is the cost of the rental, divided by 7, you're gonna have to be making at least $56 a day to pay off the rental. So you're gonna be in the red $56 every day. And if you take a day off, you're gonna be $100 in the red. You know, so kind of think of it like that as well. So it's better just to have your own car for now. Do your maintenance, and that is pretty much it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think it's worth it? I'm sure a lot of people are gonna say it is not worth it. You may be living in a market where you can make $250. If you could easily make $250 to $300, it is probably worth it. But I'm gonna get with you guys on the next video, so stay tuned. How much I made? Did I make a lot more than what I usually make? Did I make a lot less? Stay tuned for the next one. But if you made it to the end of this journey, though, my lovely humans, thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, tell me bro, on the YouTube world. And if you like this video and you want to watch future videos, me doing deliveries, just subscribe with my people. My people, have a good day, have a good year, have a good career, stay hustling out there, love yourself, believe in yourself, just put you easy. Let's go.